Williedlive.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds to show my appreciation. What's up, GC? Chicago in the building. Queen Dora, what it do? Armando Bronson, Clarksdale, Mississippi. What's up, Bridget White? B-Dub, Detroit, Michigan, checking in. Long live King Tom, King Tone. Hey, what up? Aaron Long, what it do, St. Louis? DeAndre Durham, I see you. Jamel Gray, Kathy B, Las Vegas is in the building. Shreveport, Louisiana is in the building. Mr. Ice Cold D. Paul Banner, what it do, Paul B, California, checking in. Melissa Marquette, Louisiana. Got a Marissa Wilkes. Bloomington, Illinois. Chris Smith is in the building. I'm going in, fam. Going in. Let me put a pic up. MANDISA. I like this pic of her. This is really the type of person this woman was, you know, like, yeah, from everybody that know her, that talk about her, they talk about how she was just a delight to be around. Just always a good, kind-hearted, spiritual person. That character, her character had never been, that description of her character had never been truer when Simon Cowell on American Idol went in on her about her weight when she was auditioning for season 5. Simon Cowell, yeah, he did a bad, fam. He talked about her bad. She said she cried about it. She prayed about it. She prayed for this dude. You know, she better than me, though. You know, I had to come down there and ding fries and shake Simon. But she said she forgave him. You know, her friends, after it happened, her and all of her friends gathered around and they prayed for her and they prayed for him. Prayer warriors, activate. So here we are, family. The headline we woke up to today was Grammy Award winner and American Idol contestant MANDISA dies at the age of 47. Just a brief bio. The singer competed on the 5th season of the show, American Idol, finishing 9th. After that, she went on to have a celebrated career in Christian music. Her cause of death is unknown. She was found dead in her home on April 18th. There was a statement that was released on MANDISA's Facebook page, which revealed she was found dead in the home on April 18th, and her cause of death is unknown. MANDISA was a voice of encouragement and truth to people facing life challenges all around the world. This is what one of the posts concluded with some of her lyrics. I'm ready, I'm already home. You've got to lay it down, because Jesus holds me now, and I'm not alone. In 2017, in an interview with ABC News, MANDISA opened up about her struggles with depression, saying that she contemplated suicide. Here's the deal, fam. This woman, she really had been through a lot. And she talked about how she struggled with depression, and she was an emotional eater. She struggled with her weight her entire life. She also, in one of the interviews, she dropped a bomb and talked about how she had been molested. Well, not molested, but raped at 16. She talked about how she had this distant relationship with her father growing up, and that she wanted to please her father. She sung. The reason why she sung is because she wanted to please her father. She said that they remained in contact before she died. She said they had remained in contact, but they're not particularly close. Teased all her life about her weight, raped at 16, distant relationship with her father, or at least a strenuous relationship with her father. She gets to the biggest stage in talent development. American Idol. It's the biggest talent show in the world. And the host clowns her about the one thing that depresses her and gets her down the most. I want to read something to y'all, fam, that caught my attention here about her. And this was, let's see. Let's go in on her being, let's start with her being a native of Citrus Heights, California. And she studied vocal jazz at the American River College in Sacramento and music at Fisk University in Tennessee. That's what led her back to Tennessee. Her debut album, True Beauty, was released in 2007. It was her 2013 album, Overcomer, which won a Grammy for Best Contemporary Christian Music Album and helped to prepare her into being one of the biggest Christian music stars in the country. MANDISA auditioned for American Idol in 2005, citing musical influences as being everything from Def Leppard to Whitney Houston. And here's the part about the Simon Cowell remarks. So during her appearance on American Idol, Simon Cowell, who is known for being the bad guy and who actually is who people love to hate, went in on her saying, do we have a bigger stage? This is while when she comes out to audition, do we have a bigger stage? And when fellow host Paula Abdul said that MANDISA's voice sounded French, Simon jumped in and said that a more appropriate comparison would be to the entire country of France. The joke prompted complaints, get this, fam, from the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance. the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance. Now, I don't know if this is one of those things where this organization is trying to make it okay to be obese, or is this one of those things where they're saying, I'm a work in progress. I know I ain't, I'm not in the shape that I need to be, but in the meantime, while I'm trying to get there, leave me alone, back off me. See, that's what I like. I like the fact that when we understand that we are a work in progress. Yeah, and I'm on my way trying to be better. I'm not complacent. I know I got work to do, and I'm doing that work. But in the meantime, between time, I don't need you throwing it in my face. I'm cool with that. But if you're talking about trying to make people accept and make people cool, make it cool to be fat, that ain't cool, because that fat carry disease. It is toxic. It will kill you. And I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard, because I had 3 friends who died from obesity. 3. The youngest one was 29 years old. I had a conversation with him a week before he died. And I was getting ready to go to the park to run. We had just left the studio, and I was like, you ought to come out there with me. He was like, yeah, Willie D, man, you be running too fast though, man. You probably gonna leave me behind. I said, nah, man. I say, it ain't how fast you run. It ain't how fast you get there as long as you get there. That's the problem a lot of times with people thinking about changing their life. They think about how hard it probably is going to be. They think about the challenge, how difficult the challenge might be, how difficult the journey might be. And they look at other people and they compare themselves to other people who are already fit, but they don't know what that person went through to be fit. They don't know if that person been in the gym, 3 years straight or 3 months straight or just 3 days, or if that person put the work in the right way, or if that person went in and got some type of surgery, or if that person is using some type of drugs to drop the weight, some type of dangerous drugs to drop the weight. They don't know what that person's story is. That's why they say comparison is the thief of joy. We got to stop comparing ourselves to other people. It's cool if you compare yourself to motivate, that's okay. That's okay, to inspire. But comparing yourself to kick yourself, to beat yourself down, that's bad business. You're going to have a lot of unhappy days if you're looking at what somebody else got and comparing what you got. And it's making you feel down. I don't look at it like that, fam. When I look at it like, yeah, that's cool. How I get that? Okay, what I got to do? Okay, I'm working toward it. Boom, 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 boom. It ain't going to get me down. I refuse to compare my life, my lot in life, to anybody else's and allow it to get me down. I'm going at my pace. I'm running my race. And ain't nobody in front of me. Ain't nobody in back of me. Nobody's behind me. I'm running my race. I'm going to get there when I get there. And when I get there, I'm going to be right on time. Y'all going to start making me preach, man. What's the date? Today, Friday. We got 2 more days before Sunday, man. Y'all don't want me to start preaching up in here. I'm serious, man. We got to stop that. Even when I was a youngster, when I was a teenager, I would see other dudes who had the fly car and the jewelry and all this nice stuff. And I saw it as motivation. I didn't look at the dude and say, I want his jewelry. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to take him. I'm going to rob him. I didn't hate on him. I didn't beat myself down like, man, I ain't got nothing. No, I don't know what that man did to get that. I don't know what chances he took, what risk he took. I don't know. I don't know how hard he worked to do. I don't know what he did. That's his stuff. That's his race. I got my race. I got my stuff to get, you know. MANDISA, yeah, she struggled. She struggled with that race thing, and I've been listening to some people. I've been reading some comments, and this is why I took so long to go live on this, because I wanted to get a full understanding of what kind of like what people are, you know, what the sentiment is out there, what the collective sentiment is, and I get it, fam. Like sometimes people say, well, you know, she just died. Let's just not say anything about the weight. Let's not talk about that. You know, like, first of all, I think one of the best times to talk about things like this is while it's on people's mind and people are really, really seriously thinking about things. That's why when you go to a funeral, you ever notice how when you go to a funeral, the preacher will oftentimes say, if there's anybody who is looking for a church home, stand up, come forward, come forward. They'll make that statement at a funeral. One would think that perhaps, you know, if somebody's thinking on a superficial level, they may be thinking, man, you know, why are you talking about trying to get people to join the church at a funeral? He hustling, da-da-da-da. Maybe he is. But ain't that the best time when people are emotional? When people are really, really thinking about how they move in the world? When they're really taking inventory of their life? When they're reflecting and they're sitting there and they're watching it? It ain't one person that go to a funeral who's not a little bitty child that don't look at that don't look at that casket or that urn or that picture and think about their own life, think about their own mortality during that service. That's the best time to recruit. When somebody has a traumatic experience, oftentimes you'll see people doing a GoFundMe. Immediately, the GoFundMe goes up within minutes sometimes. Somebody get killed or whatever. Throw up a GoFundMe. Why? Sometimes it's to raise money for the burial. And oftentimes it exceeds the amount of money needed or requested for the burial. But let's say it's not a burial. Let's say it's just a traumatic experience. Maybe somebody got done wrong. Let's say, how about this? Let's say somebody down on their luck. You see some guy loaned a woman gave a woman his last $20. He ain't got no money, he ain't got nowhere to live, and somebody filmed it, posted it on the internet. Next thing you know, everybody talking about how great this guy is. And here comes the donations. Man invested $20 in a kind gesture, and messed around and made $20,000, got $20,000 in donations. Because whoever put that GoFundMe up, they understood that, you know what, man, you know what, I feel this. I'm feeling, you know, I feel the love. I feel inspired to do something. The spirit has hit me. I feel this guy needs to be taken. So you strike when the iron is hot, so to speak. When people are at the height of their emotions, that's when you go in. And so that's when people put out that GoFundMe, and next thing you know, it's money, 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 money everywhere. So it's the perfect time when to raise money, to raise awareness, when it's fresh, when the wound is fresh. That's the best time. So I think it's important. I think the best time is right now. Because I'm gonna tell you something, family. All these friends that I tell you about that died, the 3 friends that I have had that died of obesity, they all died before they was 50 years old. And it was preventable. It takes a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. It takes a lot of work. It takes dedication. It takes dedication. But your will to live has to be stronger than your will to eat. Or should I say, your will to glut. Your will to live has to be stronger than your will to glut. MANDISA was a beautiful human being. She was a really, really sweet woman. People loved her. They loved her. Her music, I was reading comments about people who were saying what her music did for them. And you know, it was very moving. But I'm gonna tell you something, and this is not exclusive. This alert is not just it's not exclusive to weight loss. A lot of us spend a lot of time taking care of other people. We work our butts off and we don't take care of our health. We don't take care of ourselves because we're too busy making money. We're just making money, getting money. We don't eat right. And if you ain't eating right and you ain't working out, oh man, hey, you know. So we work all of those years to make all of that money. And then we get to the sweet part, to the twilight years. We get to the retirement years and we give all the money back trying to live, trying to stay healthy, you know, because we're fighting chronic illnesses, diseases, and all that kind of stuff from years of bad habits, right? So now we giving all the money back to the doctors and the hospitals. We're spending all this money on prescription drugs, spending all our time in dialysis, going back and forth to doctor's appointments. Our whole life become picking up prescriptions, going to the doctor's office, going to dialysis, trying to stay alive from the damage that we did to our bodies. I believe in prevention. I just think that prevention is the way to go. Like, I would love to see get to 80, a good 80 years old, at least 80, maybe even 90. But 90 strong though. I ain't 80 and 90. I'm talking about 80, 90 strong. I'm not talking about some frail dude walking around here on a cane or something. I'm talking about that 80, 90. Just like I did that just now at 80 and 90. Imagine that. Willie D, 80, 90. Still doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm talking about that 80, 90. But it's going to take some sacrifices. I'm going to have to deny myself of some of these temptations out here. If I want to get it, if I wanted that, I'm going to have to deny myself something. Going into the comments. What's up, CJ? Randy said, how did she pass away? They're not giving a cause of death. They haven't stated a cause of death. What's up, Ruth Robinson? Sean Lunatic, what up? I don't see her, but I heard Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up? Sister Soul. Hey. What's up, Ruth? YNB, what it do? There go Miss Jazzy, I see you. Rachel S. Nicole's House of Wellness. Okay, Nicole, you know something about that health is wealth? You know something about that. Stephanie Macklin, what up? Buckhorse DC. And here's the thing too, family. For those of us who live in America, we have to be especially proactive about what we eat because our government has sold us out. They're allowing companies to put deadly chemicals in our food and water supply, in our drinking supply. These people are devils. So we got to be especially careful, even if it says organic. You can't just take their word for it. It's a cold game, man. But what we up against here in America, how is it that, you know, we're supposed to be living longer lives, but because of all of the chemicals and preservatives and all this stuff that they put in our food and water supply, we gave back those years, those extra years that we were living. So we've given those years back, and it's a wash. What's up, Kobe Bryant? Earl Clue. Yeah, fam, that's my time. I wanted to leave y'all with something though. I wanted to leave you guys with a quote that I saw on Mandisa's Facebook page. And I don't know what the origin of this quote is, but it reads, an open door is not always one God wants you to walk through. A closed door is not always one God wants you to abandon. To know where he wants you to go, pursue relationship with him over strategy. Pursue relationship with him over strategy. Mandisa once revealed in 2012 that she lost a staggering 100 pounds in the 6 years since her appearance on American Idol. And, she said that, she went through a depression and she gained all of that weight back and 75 pounds. In fact, she said that she had lost 120 pounds. And she talked about for the first time that she gained it all back plus 75 pounds. Good Lord. She said, she was motivated to lose the weight. So she lost 120 pounds. And she gained it all back plus 75 pounds and sunk into a deep depression, an even deeper depression. She seemed to have some really good friends, though, because she said when she came out of one day she came out of the movie theater, this was after that, she came out of a movie theater and she had stickers all over her car. And her friends were standing around the car and they were like, you need help. And they intervened. They did an intervention. That's what friends are for. Man. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that. Mandisa said this, fam. This is strong right here. She said, I realized I don't have to be perfect and have it all together. I am a masterpiece in the making. I'm just unfinished for right now. Ooh, man, that's heavy. That's heavy. And that's something that I never put those words together, but that has been my mentality for a long time. I don't have to be perfect and have it all together, but I'm a masterpiece in the making. See, what you think between these ears, fam, what goes on between your ears is more important than what anybody in the world think of you. What you think of yourself is more important than anybody in the world will ever think of you. So if you think you can do it, you probably can do it. If you think you can't do it, you probably can't do it because you think you can't do it and you won't even try to do it. Whatever you think of yourself, you can actually make that a reality, good or bad. You can make it a reality. Whatever you think of yourself. If you think you ain't got no talent, if you think that you ain't worthy of a good spouse, if you think you're not worthy of being treated right, having good friends, well, you're probably not going to have good friends. You're probably not going to be treated right. You're probably not going to have a good spouse. Because if you don't believe it, why would anybody else believe it? Confidence is sexy. Confidence is attractive. And the opposite of that, we know what it is. Nobody in this world's opinion of you will ever have more weight than the opinion you have of yourself. R.I.P. MANDISA. No more talk.